If you're in the market for a full suspension fat tire electric bike, I might have a deal you cannot pass up. Today we're going to be reviewing the Burchda RX80 fat tire electric bike with a 750 watt motor, 1000 watt peak, and 17.5 amp hour battery pack. It is a full suspension fat tire e-bike for only $1,399. And I actually don't know how long that price is going to be around. You can check the link below this video to see if it's still available. But don't buy it just yet. Let's unbox this thing, take a closer look at everything, and then take it out for a full review. See if it's actually worth the money or not. They say never let them know your next move. Welcome to Tell Heavy TV. This thing's worthless, you guys are right. There we go. What are we working with here? So of course, it's got the same 26 by 4 inch wide fat tires with knobby tread pattern that we see on like every fat tire e-bike. Brakes, not easy to remove this thing. What can you expect for the price? Brakes are, we'll check in a few. Tires serve as a box opener. So check it out. You see this? It's what they call a dual crown fork. Ooh, we got some gold stanchions. Wonder if it's real gold. Typically a normal fork that's not dual crown will end like right here. The dual crown comes up a little higher. It's a little better for like off-roading, makes it a little bit stronger. Also adds a little bit of weight to the bike, and sometimes it can interfere with how far the steering goes. We'll check that out soon. We get a nice little compression adjustment here with clicks on the right. Here's the keys. Let's tear into this a little more. See what this thing looks like. Burchda, or is it Burchda? So here's a first look at the rear suspension. In my experience reviewing budget bikes, I found that this little triangle setup here, how it has the shock like that, and the swing arm situated kind of like this, it makes for a nice ride for everyday riding. I wouldn't be doing like hardcore mountain bike riding on this thing probably, but for some gentle trail riding, well, we'll give it a try here in a few. And this one actually comes with a pretty beefy rack already on it. Simply has a reflector on the back. This is not a light. It's got DY Island hydraulic disc brakes, a drilled 160 millimeter rotor. Typically for a bike of this weight, I like to see 180, but for this price, what can you expect? We'll give them a try. And first peek at the hub motor. It is indeed listed as a 750 watt. There's the lettering on it. Kickstand is pre-installed and mounted back here out of the way of the pedals when you're rolling back. It's a minor detail, but it's really annoying if the kickstand's in the way of the pedals when you try to roll back. And to my surprise, it has aluminum fenders. Let's take a look at the seat. Wide, little hole in the middle, squishy, seems all right. Oh, and there is a light right here. We'll check that out soon. We really got to get to this battery though. What's going on up here? A little bit of green sizzle, like your style. Nice, I approve. Matches the little, oh, battery died. The lightning. But speaking of juice, get in here and check out the juice. What are we working with here? Check this out together. I'm looking at it through the lens. Got some weight to it. Rechargeable lithium ion, 13 in series, 5 in parallel, 48 volts, 17.5 amp hour, 840 watt hours. Pretty darn sizable battery, really. About 20 amp hours is about the biggest we ever see on these fat tire e-bikes. Anything below about 12 amp hours I would say is too small. 17 is a relatively large battery pack. Forget what the range claim is on this bike. Don't worry, we're gonna put it to the test, but let's check out the charger. See how fast this thing charges. Not the prettiest packaging I've ever seen. It's all good though, I'm not complaining. So they give you a little basic tire pump, which I will not be using. Oh, and a bike lock. Wouldn't really recommend you use this. I mean, a yellow bag and a good quality mirror, motorcycle mirror. We do have a cycle with a motor. Pedals, always good to have. Oh, here's the charger. User manual. And check this out. Scratch the card and get a big surprise. All right, we gotta do this in a bit. Special tips, don't write it downstairs. We'll see about that. Wonder what's in the yellow envelope. Oh nice, a phone holder. Always useful to have. Oh yeah, the whole point of why I came to this box. What is it? 3 amp charger. Excellent. So 17.5 amp hours divided by 3 amps. For some reason they give you a little maple leaf on the charger. That would take about 5.5 hours to charge this thing from empty to full. Right now it is, well, about 3/4 full. So should only take hopefully an hour. Let's get back to building. See if we can get a big prize. $50. Nice. Can I redeem that for repair services? Take a look up here in the cockpit area. See what we're working with. Probably shouldn't do this. Too easy to strip a bolt. Here's what we're working with here. Ergonomic hand grips. Looks like a light and a horn. DY Island hydraulic disc brakes. We'll check out the display in a few. 8 speeds on the Shimano shifter. Quarter twist throttle on the right, which keeps your left hand free for hand signals for those of you into that. Here's the headlight. You've seen this before. I believe that would be the horn on the back of here. Throw the front wheel on. Got a basic dropout. No quick release lever. Has its own pros and cons. Tires arrive pretty low. You can use the pump they gave you. I will not be. 0 PSI. Says the max is 20. We'll do 18. On both the front and rear. It says the welds on the frame are 6061 alloy MIG pulse welded. Is that good? I honestly don't know. So if you choose not to add the front light and the front fender, here's what your bike will look like. It'll help keep the weight down. But if you do put them on, here's what your bike will look like. Which I should mention, the rear rack and fender is also removable if you want to keep the weight down. So let's flip this bike around. Take a look at this side. We get 8 gears on the rear sprocket, Shimano tourney, derailleur, and no derailleur guard, so don't knock your bike over. Could mess this stuff up. You could also snatch yourself a derailleur guard up for about 5 cents. It'll take 2 minutes to install. You know, one of these things. Here's the chain ring on front. Let's try the rear suspension out. Seems all right. We'll have to get out there. Throw this battery in there. So obviously you could charge it either on the bike or off the bike. You get a plus, minus, M, and power button. Color screen. Nice. Was not expecting a color screen at this price. So we get battery in terms of 5 bars, speed in the middle, pedal assist level, trips, tab on through, average speed, max speed. That's it. And then pedal assist can go 0 up to 5. Then what if I hit the power button here? So you can switch the time, odometer, trip, and that's it. So no wattage or battery percentage or anything. Super nice. And on the left here, we get a light button, which turns on the light. We've seen this similar light on many bikes. It's decently bright. Turn that off. And what's the horn sound like? Pretty loud. The reflector nor the light on the seat are activated by the light button. This is activated by a button underneath that can flash or turn on or off. It runs on its own batteries down here. Seat has a quick release lever for easy adjustment. Decent amount of travel on the stem or the seat post. So here's what I look like on the bike. I am 6'5". My inseam is 34 with the seat on minimum height. Standing up with the seat on minimum height. Now throw it on max height. There are numbers here showing max insertion point here. So when the seat's on max height, it comes up pretty close to the handlebars. Again, a 6'5" dude, 34 inseam. Here's what my pedal stroke would look like on max height. All right, dudes, just what the doctor ordered, the RX80. Let's take it out for a ride. No need for this, or the lock they gave us, and hopefully not the pump. However, I did add the good quality mirrors. There's actually 2 of them in here, not 1. And we'll also be trying out the phone mount they gave us. And of course, tracking our distance. Power this thing up, and it shows us 5 out of 5 bars, but just to make sure it's fully charged, we'll break out the multimeter. A 48 volt battery should read 54.6 at full charge, and we are reading 54.3, basically full. So let's pop that battery back in there, get out for a ride, and we'll check the voltage when we get home. Whoa, feels a little cluttered, but we'll give it a try. So first things first, we're gonna try the 20% grade on the Burchda RX80. Put it on pedal assist 5. I weigh 200 pounds, throttle only from a complete stop. What kind of torque does the Burchda RX80 have? Meh. We'll give it a bit of a rollout. Whoa. So it doesn't show us our power output on the display. Sometimes these motors are kind of programmed so they don't give you the full power right away. So I'll give it a little bit of a rollout here. Under throttle only, so the torque and power is kind of kicking in a lot more with a bit of a rollout, but still not on its own quite. Now I just like to do that as like a baseline test. Whoa! Baseline test. So I'd say most people are probably gonna, give it a little bit of help pedaling if you're gonna be going up a steep hill. So let's go ahead and just give it a little tiny bit of help. I'm hardly even helping it at all. So pretty decently strong 750 watt motor. The handling, it's a little bit more lethargic with all this stuff up on here. First thing I'm noticing on this bike is the throttle has a bit of a lag from the time you twist it. So ready, go, and power. And it ramps up pretty gently. Second thing we have to do here is see if we can see this screen through the polarized lenses. I'll let you guys take a look first. Can you see it? Let me see if I can see it. Yeah, I can. So polarized lenses will not filter out your display, which is always nice to see. And now this is kind of one of my more not first experience, but I generally don't really use mirrors, so we'll see how useful these actually are. Right now I'm just basically seeing a little bit of vibration back there. I don't know if I would personally use these mirrors. Where they're positioned, my arms are kind of like, I see my arms in the rear view mirror. I feel like if you're gonna be doing a mirror, now I could just be wrong on this, but you might want it mounted on the outer bar end here, so it's not reflecting your arms into, oh, you know what I'm saying. Front brakes rubbing a little bit, not a big deal. I should adjust it, but I'm being lazy. Let's go ahead and try the pedal assist mode. So I'm on pedal assist 1. What's it do under throttle under pedal assist 1? Will it give us all access to the power, or will it cut us off at a certain speed? So this bike is giving us, you know, like a tiered approach to the throttle, which I actually like, because on pedal assist 1 you can just floor it and it'll kind of give you like a cruise control, holding us at 9 miles an hour. Let's give it a stop and then start pedaling from a stop and see what it does here. Basically same exact thing. Takes us up to 9 miles an hour. Pretty gentle power output on here, so if you're really trying to extend the range of your bike, you know, you can use that pedal assist 1. So cruising here, let's try pedal assist 2. I'm on gear number 7 now, roughly, of 8 gears. That'll take us up to 14 according to GPS. And there is a slight delay on the onboard speedometer, which usually is the opposite. It's the GPS is the one lagging. So we'll press pedal assist 3. I feel the power kick on quite a bit more now, and that's taking us up to 18. And a little bit of a delay on the pedal assist sensor, so not pedaling power. So about a solid 1 to 2 seconds there. Not pedaling power. And it kind of does, it definitely ramps on like slow. It's nice that it doesn't like hit you with all the power at once and kind of like jerk you around on the bike. And then also one benefit of a slower activated cadence sensor is you're not going to be accidentally applying power. Like sometimes if you just want to pedal a little bit, like right now it's not giving me any power at all when I'm doing like this. You have to be on it for about 1 to 2 seconds, and then it gives you the power. Hey, these mirrors are actually kind of coming in handy a little bit here, sitting at a stop. I can look behind me. I see 2 cars off in the distance making their way on down here. They're not in my lane, they're just merging over. Pedal assist 4 will take us up to, and this is so weird seeing the GPS not being the one lagging. Pedal assist 4 is taking us to 21 and pretty much holding us there. And I like that these are the ergonomic style grips. However, they're not bolted in place, so they might start to like rotate down on you eventually. Now I've heard people will, you know, say use some hairspray to get them to stick, or maybe even like glue if they do start rotating on you. If you have a problem with them, it's something you could easily rotate out and swap for whatever you want. Bump it on up just a few more gears here, and this bike is feeling pretty powerful. Let's try a little bit of off-roading here. It is full suspension. It's got that dual crown fork, which does add a little bit more weight up front on the steering, but full suspension, so feeling decently you know, decently decent. Way better than a hardtail for sure. Pedal assist 5 though. Let's get out here on the street and see what this bike can do. Oh look, I can use my mirrors to see the Prius behind me. And what speeds are we gonna hit? Showing 28 on the GPS and pretty much just holding us at 28. So pretty typical performance for a 750 watt nominal, 1000 watt peak hub drive motor. What if I just hold the throttle down? So not pedaling anymore, still it's holding me at 27 going into headwind. And merge on over here, I see a cop back there in my rear view mirror. So we are class 3 electric bike right now, although technically a class 3 e-bike should not be allowing us to throttle only at 28 miles an hour. They should stop you at 20 miles an hour and then you have to pedal from 20 to 28. I don't have a problem with using throttle up to 70, honestly, but that's just me. Let's roll into this corner here. How's it feeling? Feels like a little motorcycle monster trucky kind of thing. I'm not really sure if it's like the mirrors and my phone and everything up here on the handlebars that's making the steering feel a little bit heavier, or the dual crown fork, or, you know, maybe just a combination of all the things. You know, it's the 26 by 4 inch tire. Oh, lane splitting right past the police here. How about that? We'll be pedaling. And I guess I'm gonna be in traffic here. I wanted to go left there, darn it. I was about to put my signal on for the cop. He's like literally right behind me. I could see him in my rear view mirror. Can you guys see him? Probably not. There he is. Good thing Sheriff is not going to do anything about our 28 mile an hour e-bike. I'm pretty sure the manual said we should not ride this bike downstairs. I'm kind of tempted to do it though. Oh, what the heck? We got the dual crown fork. I think we should be able to do it. I'm not really sure though. It's really giving me a question of there we go. Nice. Yeah, I just didn't want to gain too much speed and roll out into traffic here on our 0 to 20 acceleration test area. All right, let's try 0 to 20 on the RX80. I weigh 200 pounds, throttle only, ready, go. So twist throttle gives you immediate response. I don't know which speedometer to look at here. GPS on the left, what's going on here? It's like lagging. 15, 20. What the heck? So both speedometers are lagging. We're gonna do this again. Checking the rear view mirror, nobody's coming. So one more take here, ready, go. 3, 6, 8, 10, 17, 19, 20 probably, because GPS lags a little bit. Now it says 20 on there. So pretty significant delay on the throttle on the onboard display. I don't know how that works, but so the dual crown fork and full suspension on this thing, obviously good enough to ride down some stairs in complete comfort. So from here on out, we'll probably be just rolling on pedal assist 5 today. Maybe give it a little bit of help on the pedaling. Let's give it a little jump here. Oh yeah, we got the full suspension, and the lag on the throttle is gonna bother me a little bit. Oh, we gotta get up this curb. Forgot this was here. Got the monster truck though, it's cool. So two things I am noticing about this bike is it is a mountain bike style riding position. The flat bars put you a little forward. Lot full, hey, that's the benefits of having an e-bike. $18 today. Other thing I'm noticing though is yes, these grips, they are starting to rotate on me already. Like I said though, it's not the end of the world. You can just put a little hairspray or glue or something or swap them out. Just I clip my finger on the mirror, they're going to put my hand back on the handlebar. And dang, this lot is indeed full. Probably gonna be a pretty busy day out here at the beach. We'll get out there and ride on the sand here in just a little bit. Bro, it said the lot's full. So having the more slightly forward riding position will help you put a little more power down to the pedals and help you get a little better range out of the battery. Here's where I really like having the tiered throttle approach. I can just kind of pin it on throttle 3 and it'll just cruise control me at a reasonable speed. Yep, definitely a very busy day out here. Actually, you know what? I probably only need pedal assist 2. Go 14 miles an hour. Seems pretty reasonable. Now, I really do not think this bike will have the ability to climb this sandy hill. Let's give it a try. Oh, actually, you know what? Surprising. That actually powered right on through. Nice. So full suspension riding over here on this pretty rough patch of grass definitely makes a difference, man. Now, is it the most plush full suspension e-bike I've ever tried? Probably not, but it's decent. What's happening out here today? Dude, I've got long hair, but that legitimately might be the longest hair I've ever seen. Get it? So it does have the dual crown suspension, which is technically, you know, a little bit more rigid and better for like off-roading, probably, you know, doing stairs like this. These are a little steeper than the last stairs we did. Handles it just fine. It's full suspension again, so just kind of, you know, makes the pedals come down a lot easier. Makes the bike just feel more in control and a more plush ride going downstairs. And really, you know, just doing all the things you probably shouldn't be doing. Like Animal Crossing or something here. Look at this cute doggy. Just walked right under. Figuring this world out. Bro, this dude just riding his tricycle through the skate area. Hey, whatever works. This guy's got the G-bike, the gas bike. I want to get one of those on the channel here soon. Oh no, I wasn't recording my distance. Dang it. Oh well, it's gonna be 18 miles today. We'll just resume it now and we can add on about 5 miles to our distance. Actually, I'll do the exact math how long it takes to get to here. Starting to get used to the heavier handlebar feel. That is the ride right there. All right, let's go try this thing out on the sand. I raised the seat up to the max height. It'll help us put a little power down because I'm expecting we'll probably need to. Pump down all the gears, crank this thing up to pedal assist 5, see if we can sneak through here. And full throttle. Throttle only. Oh, it's actually freaking GoPro just turned off on me. for no reason. We'll give it a second go here. All right, dudes, let's give this another try. Full throttle, do full throttle here. So it's actually doing all right, just going through throttle only. Well, it was for a second. It's like one of those bikes, like when you start getting the speed down, it doesn't want to help you anymore. Come on. I should have had more of a rollout. Once we get down here on the downhill, obviously, we can do it much better than that skinny tire bike. Holy crap, there's so many people down here. I don't remember what the IPX rating is on this bike, so we'll try and stay out of the ocean. I've never seen so many people down here before. There's our tower. So it does okay down here on the hard packed sand. I think I'll turn off right about here, and we're gonna have to keep this momentum going. Let's see how it does here. All right, yeah, there we go. Get through here. Oh, so it's actually doing like pretty good. Like once you have your like speed like going, but if you get going too slow, not the best sand performer really. I'm not gonna kill myself out here. You can burn out.
Run out of juice?
No, it just doesn't do so good out here. Like under
all the salt and sand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the motor, right? The hub.
Give me some trouble.
I do see you. You come by a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, man. You too. Lifeguard looking out. Start back up here. Popo's coming out. Yeah, it seems like just once you start getting the speed down, it doesn't want to give you power anymore, probably to help stop the motor from burning up, which I have damaged some of these hub motors, pushing them hard at low speeds before, climbing hills to the Hollywood sign and such. Whew. Let's squeeze through here. Got a go-kart out here today. All right, let's give this hill a try. Pedal assist 5, rolling in at about 10. Holding full throttle, not pedaling at all. It's holding 10 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour. So it's got the power, about 750 watts. There's a decent climber. Let's go ahead and pop it off here. Full suspension, flat sand riding, throttle only. How's it gonna power through just flat sand, full throttle? Not bad at all, really. Like once it's on flat, this is like powering through like decently strong. I didn't pedal once there. They're coming for us. They're not coming for us. I'm like really questioning the performance of this thing. I want to see if we can make it through here. Oh, mistimed that hop there, but this is like a little bit downhill, and I'm just gonna help it out a little bit. So it's like, as long as you don't get going too slow, like you're fine. Like this thing will kind of like power through. As long as you don't go too slow, basically, it'll give you plenty of power to get through the sand. Nice. Ugh. See what that light looks like under here. Oh, I turned it on. Oh yeah, you can see it there on the ground. That's like a decently bright headlight. You can see it in the daytime. Oh, birdies. Oh, oh man, that's so cool. They always like freak me out. I don't know why I think they're gonna hit me. They never do. What is that? There's like diamonds on this thing. What is this thing?
Oh, I make music.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Thank you.
I thought maybe you're like promoting like a new bike or something.
Oh, no.
Okay, let's go do the California incline. We'll go ahead and run it up the California incline, 85-foot climb, 12% grade. See what kind of speed it can do. See what we can do. Hold the throttle down. Throttle only, pulling us up just fine. 8 miles an hour, no pedaling. Voltage is showing 2 out of 5 bars at the moment. A little bit of voltage sag on this 17.5 amp hour battery, and we'll do throttle only here from the bottom of the start. The bottom of the California incline. Hopefully we can get through here without letting off. Oh yeah, we got this. Moped. So 14 miles an hour, and here's an acoustic bike, it appears, hitting 17 miles an hour. 17 miles. Oh, we gotta let off. Ah, shoot, we had to let off. Anyway, as we can see, it pulls up the California incline. Absolutely no problem at all. And a little bit of marine layer going on here, but we were just down there on the bike path. And the turning radius on this dual crown fork isn't bad at all. I was able to make that turn. Some of these dual crown forks, they kind of really inhibit how far you can turn the wheel. This one is just fine. Seat on this bike is all right. It's not my favorite. I wish it was just flat. I don't particularly enjoy these 2 little bumps sticking up. It works. It's easy to swap out though, you know, if you really want it, if you don't like it personally. Seats are always a personal choice. See what kind of speeds we can get here going down. Oh yeah. Zoom, zoom. Please stay there. Showing 27, and hydraulic disc brakes are good. I actually like the levers on these hydraulic disc brakes. They feel good to grab onto. That's not always the case with every hydraulic disc brake. Oh, it looks like these ones aren't making it up so good. So these DY Island brakes are not, you know, name brand, but
I've tried them on other bikes before. They seem fine. As I mentioned before, I would prefer to see 180 millimeter disc brakes on a bike that has this much weight to it. But for everyday like riding conditions, these 160 millimeter rotors will be just fine. You know, if you're gonna be doing like some hardcore like downhill mountain bike riding, you might have a little issue with heat buildup eventually over time. But I mean, if you just need to do some hard stops like every now and then, like for example, we're going 25, and yeah, they've got all the stopping power you really need. The thing that I like is they are hydraulic brakes and not mechanical disc brakes. Mechanical disc brakes just kind of feel like trash. These hydraulic ones apply the force really linear and smooth. So we'll do a brake test from about 20. I don't know exactly where the 20-mile-an-hour mark is on this thing, but we'll grab the brakes. Yeah, they're totally fine. Like I said, you know, they're hydraulic brakes, hydraulic brake levers. Oof. That front suspension really eats up that impact when you drop it. Oh, the mirrors are kind of flopping around a little bit there though. So final thoughts on the Burchda RX80. I mean, you know, it's full suspension, electric bike, dual crown fork on the front, 17.5 amp hour battery pack, 750 watt hub motor, 1000 watt peak. It's a decent hill climber. I've seen better. It does all right on the sand. For 1,400 bucks, I really don't think it's that bad of a deal. Is it the best bike ever? Probably not. It's got some nice bells and whistles like these mirrors, phone holder.
Bro, I watch you all the time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's just, you put out the best videos, bro.
Thanks, man.
I actually have an Anioki. One
Oh, the AQ177 Pro
and your
Max.
review was right on.
How's your motor holding up?
Okay, my first motor
Your
got
first
down on me.
Okay.
And I already got one
All right.
delivered, so I
60
ended up
amp hour
getting air
battery.
suspension forks.
Oh, right
which
on.
Now it's a perfect bike for me.
Yeah, yeah.
The company sent me another motor.
Yeah, they sent me one too.
It was
Okay.
really easy. It was really easy to put on.
Apparently the Anioki AQ177 Pro Max, he had the exact same issue, but they hooked him up with a new motor too. I need to install that new motor. What was I saying though? Yeah, 1,400 bucks for this bike. You know, I really don't think it's that bad of a deal at all. Let's give it one more run at the sand here. Crank this thing up the pedal assist 5. Oh shoot, there's more of a jump there than I thought. Good thing we got the full suspension and a soft landing in the sand though. That dude is jacked. Let's see if we can turn off here to the left and pop up this thing. Oh yeah, gotta love the 750 watt hub motors. I feel like this is some sort of Barbie promo thing going on here. So after beating on the battery all day long, let's see what kind of speed we can get out of it here. 2 out of 5 bars on the battery. Now it's giving us a speed of about 24.5 miles an hour. All right, dudes, just rolling back into the neighborhood here. It's showing 18 miles on the onboard display. Over here it's showing 13, but don't forget, I forgot to start my Strava today, which I estimated was about 5 miles late. So 13 plus 5 would actually put us at exactly 18. So I feel like that's actually dead on. And the battery bar is showing 1 out of 5 battery bars, which is kind of vague. So we'll be getting out the multimeter here in just a moment. So the way I was riding this thing, like not pedaling at all and hooning it, riding off in the sand, you know, I think I could expect about 25-ish miles of range, maybe 30 miles of range. So how much range can you get on this thing? Well, it just really depends on how you ride it. 17.5 amp hour battery pack is pretty big though. Under normal riding conditions, you know, if you're not doing crazy stuff and you actually pedal, you probably get maybe 50 miles of range realistically. So overall, you know, I think the bike is a pretty decent value for the money. 1,400 bucks for all the features offered on this bike. If you want to grab one, click the link below this video. If you did buy through that link, it would help support my reviews here on Tail Happy TV. And I'll show you that voltage readout here in just a moment. But if this is not the kind of bike you're looking for, you can watch this video next. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time. Check this battery voltage out. So what is the final verdict? 44.9 volts. So 45 volts is about 25%, 20%-ish remaining.